I'm trying to find somewhere to sleep tonight. I'm really struggling with it. It's just, you know, when you're tired and like I just really want to stop. I just really want to stop and kind of get settled for the night. But you've just got to keep going. You know, every corner, a turn might be a potential spot where I can go and sleep the night. It doesn't look very great there. Wondering. See, it's not security guard. Security guard. Do you know, I'm looking for a home tonight. Somewhere that I can feel safe and safe enough to close my eyes and no feel threatened, no feel too cold. Somewhere that's sheltered. That, I mean, that is what we're talking about right now. Looking for a home in the street. My God. See here. It might just have to be. See that? It's just two in the main street, eh? And the thing is, like, there's nothing really to tie my bags down to, and you know, if someone was to grab my bag while I was sleeping, that's it, eh? Game's up. It's all these wee things you've got to think about, man. It's what an existence, eh? What an existence. I have to share with you the night that I had. I managed to get to sleep, and then I'm embarrassed sharing this, but I'm going to share it with you. Absolutely awful. So I woke up, I heard feet, and I thought someone's there. So I've lifted my head up from my sleeping bag, and there was an Alsatian at my face, like honestly, just a few feet away from me. And honestly, guys, it was like something out The Exorcist. I had no control over it. I sprung up and screamed. Absolutely, it wasn't even a scream. It was I sounded like a ship's horn or something. It was like a tone that I've never heard in my life before. I was and I went ah! That set the dog off even more, and the dog was like row, 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 and trying to get me, and my heart was in my mouth. Like I wish I could describe the tone of this. It was sheer fear. It was just, it came from my soul. Do you know, if I take away the funny side, because I'm kind of laughing it off, but just to save face a wee bit, how difficult is that for someone who's sleeping on the streets to have got their head down, and then all of a sudden they're now having to move on again and walk about the streets at 1 a.m. just to try and find somewhere else. Very, very, very depressing. It took me until 2 o'clock in the morning to finally get my sleeping bag put out again. It was in a shop doorway, and I actually had to set my alarm because I thought what I didn't want is me to sleep on now, and there's all these staff trying to get into their shop and I'm blocking the entrance. So I had to set my alarm early so that I could wake up and get all my stuff packed and get out the road. And I wandered about for an hour waiting for a cafe to open so I could go get inside and get a coffee, and my God, what a night. I had met a guy yesterday. It broke my heart. The guy asked me for a sleeping bag because he was sleeping on the streets of Liverpool. He never had a sleeping bag. He just had the clothes on his back, and he asked me if I had a spare bag, and it really, you know, saying no and knowing that I've got one there, Ken, and it's just, Ken, I wanted to give him my stuff, I really did. It really bothered me. You know, he got really upset about his situation, and I just began to talk to him about this new way of life, and I could just see the hope fill in his face. Like it lit me up. Like I can't get enough of watching it. And he says, I would do anything for something like that in my life. And I says, well, just so happens we've got a space. Hi everyone. So I have met Tyler, and Tyler has agreed to come and say a few words on the camera, and you're happy for us to share this on social media, pal?
Yeah.
So first of all, how old are you, pal?
26.
26, and what are you doing in Liverpool?
Basically, I've ended up robbing off my family again to fuel my drug, drink, and gambling addiction. So I come out here so I don't have to face up to it, and basically just get away from the situation.
Right, okay, so you're an alcoholic and drug addict, yeah?
Yeah.
And a gambler. And that's led you to obviously breaking relationships with your family, is that right? So you now find yourself out on the street?
Yeah.
Okay, and how long would you say you've been drinking and using for?
Since I was 16.
16-year-old, so that's 10 years of addiction. Have you ever tried to stop?
Not really. Like when I went to prison a few times, like I've done a few years, and then when I got out, my drinking weren't as bad. It was just like once every couple of weeks, or no, once a week or twice a week.
Right.
But then, when I've got money, I drink. When I've got money, I gamble. When I've got money, I'll sniff. Like it doesn't have to be in order. As soon as I got the money, like I've had a flat since March, I haven't paid the rent because of me gambling and me drinking. I haven't paid like any of it really.
Okay.
And it's been like they've rung up a few times. They said they're all right with it. They're going to sort through it, but I shouldn't be thinking like this every time I have money. I should be thinking that's what I need to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up until the day I get it, I say I'm going to pay this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this one. But I just, as soon as I get it.
And I bet you mean it as well.
Yeah, but as soon as I get it, as soon as I get it, it's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get that. I used to promise a lot.
And then I'll come away for a week, I'll go back. Do you know what I mean? And then like last time, about 2 months ago, my head fell off where I moved to Birmingham for 3 weeks because I just wanted to get away from it. I didn't have no idea. I just signed up to some agency. They put me in this shared accommodation, and I was out the way, but it still didn't work. Within a couple of days, I was just back to it. So
it sounds like you're trying to run away from this. With that?
Yeah, I don't want it.
You get yourself into trouble, and then you try and.
Do you know what? Yeah, addiction was one of the worst things you could do. Like I brought up my mum, my family. I don't want to do it. I don't mean to do it. But by the time it's done, it's too late.
Yes, I hear you, pal. And you were sharing 10 minutes ago that you didn't really want to carry on with this, is that right? So we met, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
We briefly had he came over and spoke to me, and tonight I've explained a wee bit about what we do.
Yeah.
And so how would you feel about that coming through to us?
Yeah. Could change my life, you know what I mean? I need to try something.
Have you ever wanted rehab before?
Yeah, I've been trying to get in rehab for years. But I never trusted people. Like I've always had trust issues. Even with mental health, like I wouldn't speak to them because it was just trust issues. Like, so every time I'd put myself in the situation to get help, I'd remove myself from it.
Yeah. So what?
Not like that. I'm on about when I was speaking to mental health.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to speak to them. It's my mental health. Yeah, it's just the gambling and everything. Like, I want this help, I want rehab.
Yeah.
Like, bad, I've been trying to get rehab for years. Mental health side of the version, they were trying to help me with, and I weren't going to appointments because I knew what they were going to talk about. But it's getting to a point in my life, do you know what I mean? I'm 26, I've got nothing. I can't have a pound in my bank without putting it on bed or drinking.
Yeah. Get
So
that.
how am I supposed to run a flat or fucking provide for anything I'm older if I can't do it for myself?
Yeah. So we were meant to take someone in today, and unfortunately they didn't turn up, or fortunately. So if we were to get you from Liverpool to Edinburgh tomorrow, would you take the space?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Be there?
In the morning.
So where are we going to meet?
Custom.
Costa at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're going to sort you out a train ticket.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely over the moon for you, pal. This is an opportunity for you to learn how to stay clean and sober and gamble free. All right, brother?
Yeah.
Well done, pal. Well done. Well done, sir. See you tomorrow.
100%.
Good, brother.
Aye, he showed me his spot where he's been sleeping, and there's no Alsatians round here. So I'm going to be, me and him are just, there's so much space. Look, I'll show you, it's brilliant. This is where we are. So we're just going to get our sleeping bags out, and tomorrow morning we're going to walk to the station, and he's going to jump on a train. He's never been in Scotland before. And Phil is going to meet him at the other end, pick him up and take him welcome him into the Steps to Hope family. So that is Tyler away on the train heading to Scotland. You know, a 26-year-old lad sleeping on the streets. Just incredible. He's no idea what awaits him now. We do. It's just incredible. It says to me this morning before I got on the train that the last 3 days all he's been trying to do is get a hold of a sleeping bag. Get a hold of a sleeping bag because he's been freezing at nights. And sorry guys. "26-year-old on the streets of Liverpool, battling addiction, just wanting a sleeping bag to keep warm. He says he can't believe he's now heading towards a bed. I'm just really in love with Steps to Hope. So excited for Tyler. I'm over the moon for him, you know. I really hope he sticks at it. I do know that when he arrives in Edinburgh he's going to be 100% showered with support, love, care. He's walking into a family, a beautiful accommodation, and he's going to have the best opportunity and a chance for change. I've questioned myself being out here. 5 weeks is a long time. I've seen that young lad getting on that train this morning, where he swiped his ticket and walked through those gates. I just burst out greeting. Very grateful. I'm very grateful to Steps to Hope. So good luck, brother. And I look forward to working with you when I get back, I really do. I hope you stick in and you're there when I get back. And we can get to work, man. You know, you're in great hands. Phil's going to meet you at the other side. Phil's an absolute genius when it comes to recovery. And you've got such an amazing community to join. So the journey continues, guys. You know, a couple of days ago I was wanting to come home and bang, there's Colin and Tyler both moved into our accommodation, thanks to the awareness that the Sleep Rough campaign is raising. I get messages daily from people telling me to come back, and as long as I've got energy to stay out here, I'm staying out here. I am mad. 5 weeks on the streets in 5 different cities, 6 different cities around the UK is ridiculously hard. It is ridiculous. I'm tired. Do you know, I've been taking knocks emotionally, mentally, physically. But we're willing to put it all on the line, man. Change needs to happen. You know, change needs to happen when it comes to addiction and homelessness. And like I said on the last live last night, Steps to Hope rolls its sleeves up. We have got an incredible model for recovery. It's second to none. It absolutely works. Got an amazing group of volunteers. The knowledge, the experience, the sobriety years, you put it all together. This is a very special charity. It's a very special organisation that is solution based and really gives people a platform to change their lives. Gives them the tools to change their lives. Gives them the direction to change their lives. And we have a wee bit of fun while doing it too. What a place. So we get on, we crack on with another day. I'm just charging my phone up just now. And see if we can take another day off from Liverpool.